This is an unusual video I have ever done. It's more autobiographical and also may be relevant for the Tamils in India and also Tamils living abroad. I am 72 and a half year old. I left Tamil Nadu in southern India, quite frustrated because my scholarship was not recognized there. But I got recognition from the US, where this chairman of the department, the University of Pittsburgh, brought me over there to do my PhD. And although I never got along with him on the methodological front, because my methodology was more continental and indigenous, and he was more like a Chicago school. And one day he said, "Why should I keep you on the program, doctoral program, where we don't agree with each other?" And I told him, "You should keep me just for that reason, because I don't have to agree with you as long as I'm able to prove what I want to prove and document it." And he shook hands with me and then said, "That's right." The reason why I'm saying this is we do have to have this kind of culture in our universities in India. And I have a particular affinity towards Tamil language, and for its enormous treasure which has not been unearthed. Now, Alex Collier, although he has a controversial source, very clearly says there was a time that Tamil was spoken in all over the universe. And it is there on YouTube, you can watch that. And I am doing this video because now this is the time that this Tamil culture is going to be revived because of the new government that has been formed by Mr. Stalin. And this chief minister is very unusual. And I have I see a lot of promise that he would be instrumental for a Tamil renaissance, for her wisdom and also sciences. The Tamil science anticipates the highest science for the 21st century. The Tamil saint Tiruvalluvar, who gives a clear vision for the economic prosperity that Tamils can achieve by identifying what do you have to do to improve the economy of the Tamils. This saint Tiruvalluvar lived around 2000 years ago, and the Tamil land was poor even then. And then he goes and delves deep into the reason why the Tamil land has been poor. It is because, he says, that people are not meditating. The word meditation has to be understood not simply religious activity, but some, it has to be, there's a secular meaning also in that sense. Did you meditate? Now, for example, in English also there is this expression, have you meditated on this problem? Yes. That means thinking deeply. A meditation is a cognitive act which has depth to it. So let me come to the reason he is attributing to the poverty. And I will quote, Ilar palar ஆகிய காரணம் நோற்பார் சிலர் நோலாதார் பலர். So, if you know Tamil, you will be able to appreciate the selection of the words or diction by the Saint Tiruvalluvar. Ilar palar ஆகிய காரணம். Ilar means the people, the have-nots. The have-nots are more in this country. And what is the reason? Why there are so many have-nots? Ilar palar ஆகிய காரணம். The reason, karanam means the reason. Why he's going to give the reason. And the reason is, நோற்பார் சிலர் நோலாதார் பலர். There are only a few people who are meditating, and most people are not meditating. நோற்பார் சிலர். There are few people who meditate. And நோலாதார் பலர். Those who are not meditating are more. Whether you understand this term Norpar in a secular sense of, say, people who think deeply, it would be the secular meaning. Meditation is more a spiritual, religious meaning. Whatever way you take it, the reason is people have to go deep into their thinking. And if they do that process, then there will be abundance. Because it all boils down to deep thinking, not power. And if your thinking is superficial, then there will be poverty in this country. So, poverty is there because people are unconscious. People do not think properly. They are just living life without any purpose. So once you correct that, then there will be prosperity. Now I will give you a scientific correlation towards that. And I would take the word notpar to mean meditation. So the moment you begin to meditate, you will have power, and not only personal power, which is the soul power and the mind power, but you will have prosperity around you. And that prosperity will also will influence the atmosphere around you, with the air around you. And this is the research that the Maharishi, the founder of TM, Transcendental Meditation, did in Washington, D.C. He brought people to D.C. to meditate and brought down the crime rate with the police department. This is a scientific proof. And this is what is needed for Tamil Nadu to go back to meditation or deep thinking, or improve their brain functionality in order to create prosperity for them. And this, everybody talks about Thiruvalluvar. He is a kind of a saint who is accepted by, I would say, about 90% or 95% of the Tamils as the one who is a genius and whose wisdom is accepted. But then they don't go deep and follow what he said. Ilar palar agiya karanam norpar silar noladar palar. So if more people meditate, there will be more prosperity. And most people engage in deep thinking, that's what's going to happen. I would put it very plainly that what he really meant was just the Norpar means meditation, dhyanam. Dhyan. Dhyan means di means deep thinking. And in in another couplet, Thiruvalluvar says, what happens if you meditate like very deeply, like a saint or a yogi? You will have incredible power. Onnar theralum ovandare akkalum yennin tavathal varum. Why do you have to meditate? Because then you get the power to. And what kind of power? You can think and make somebody, whatever you want him to be, and also you can also deal with your enemy and very successfully. So all kinds of power comes from meditation. I'm doing this video for the Tamils living in Tamil land and also elsewhere in the world, to bring this Thiruvalluvar's economics based on meditation. Meditation can give you prosperity, and that is what he means by ilar palar agiya karanam norpar silar noladar palar. Let's change the statistics around. The statistics now says it's only a few people meditate. Then there will be poverty. More people meditate, there will be prosperity. This is the economics of Thiruvalur. I will do more videos on the Tamil economics, or how Tamil Nadu should become economically prosperous. What are the steps, and I will just lay it out. I intend to do that, and I will see how this video is being accepted by people.